Hey guys, and welcome to the Family Fudge. Today I have 4 really tasty lunch ideas to share with you. These lunch ideas were sent to me by some of my awesome subscribers. I think it is super interesting to see all the different things people enjoy for lunch. So if you're looking for some fun lunch ideas, stay tuned. Okay guys, I'm kicking things off with a lunch idea sent in by Maddie. Maddie is 15 years old and she's from Georgia. For her lunch today, she's requested some really interesting mini sandwiches. And to make these sandwiches, I'm going to start by toasting some mini waffles. And to go inside these waffles, I'm also going to prepare some chicken nuggets. That's right, you guys, Maddie requested some chicken and waffle sandwiches. Now, of course, you can use any kind of chicken nuggets for this. I'm just going to go ahead and use these really cute Mickey Mouse shaped ones because that's what I have on hand. And because I want these chicken nuggets to be extra crispy, I'm going to go ahead and cook them in my new air fryer. This was my big Black Friday purchase and it's already come in the mail, so I'm super excited to give it a try today. Hashtag not sponsored. So now that I have all of my ingredients ready, it's time to build these chicken and waffle sandwiches. So to my little waffles, I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit of this chicken dipping sauce. Now I buy this stuff at Walmart, but you could definitely make your own. Next, I'm going to add 1 slice of cheddar cheese, followed by several pieces of fresh lettuce. So now at this point, I'm going to go ahead and cut the waffles apart. These are supposed to be mini waffles after all. I'll go ahead and cut these ones and then these other ones as well. That way we'll be left with 4 mini sandwiches. And then of course you can't have a chicken and waffle sandwich without the chicken. So now that these chicken nuggets are done, I'm going to add 1 into each little sandwich. Now I'm going to go ahead and add that waffle on top. And just to make sure that these little sandwiches don't fall apart, I'm going to go ahead and add a little sandwich pick down into each one. And I did go ahead and pick some green food picks here because Maddie told me her favorite color is green. And check it out, you guys, aren't these little sandwiches so cute? So now that the sandwiches are done, my next step is to go ahead and add in some veggies. And for Maddie's lunch today, she requested a spinach salad. So I'm going to go ahead and use a separate bowl, and I'm going to fill this bowl with some baby spinach leaves. Now to go along with the spinach salad, Maddie requested ranch, so I'm going to go ahead and drizzle just a little bit on top. And then to finish off this salad, I'm also going to be adding a little bit of cucumbers and some carrots. To make these extra fun, I did go ahead and use my star-shaped cutter to punch out the center of the cucumber and the carrots, and then I swap them out. I think these look so fun this way, and this is actually really easy to do. So I'm going to go ahead and arrange these on top of the salad just like this. For Maddie's fruit, she requested grapes, so I'm adding a handful of red grapes. Of course, these are seedless. For Maddie's snack, she requested strawberry banana yogurt. So I went ahead and added a little to this separate container. And then to make this look extra delicious, I'm also going to be adding some fresh strawberries and bananas to the top. I think it makes the yogurt look extra fancy. So now that brings us to Maddie's sweet treat. For her lunch today, she requested cereal. And not just any cereal, you guys. She requested Cinnamon Toast Crunch, which is definitely one of my kids' favorites. Now, I would love to know in the comments down below what your favorite kind of cereal is. But I'd have to say, if we're talking about sugary cereal, my favorite is definitely Reese's Puffs because I'm a huge fan of peanut butter. So I went ahead and just filled up this little cup with the cereal. I'm also going to throw in a fork for the salad. And then I'd have to say this lunch is looking awesome, but I'm not quite done yet. I still need to add Maddie's drink. For her lunch today, she requested some good old plain white milk. So I'll go ahead and add this bottle right on the side. And there you have, guys, there's everything in Maddie's lunch. Next up, I have a lunch idea sent in by Meredith. Meredith is 25 and she's from the US. Now for Meredith's main course, I'm going to be making something I've never actually made before. But instead of making the main course first, I'm going to go ahead and start off by making the sweet treat. For Meredith's sweet treat, she requested some homemade Rice Krispie treats. But instead of just making regular Rice Krispie treats, I thought it'd be really fun to use this Rice Krispie popsicle kit. So to make these treats, I'm going to start off like you normally would when making Rice Krispie treats. I'm going to melt some butter, then I'm going to add in the marshmallows, and once those are mostly melted, I can go ahead and add in the cereal. Now I'm going to go ahead and mix this all together, and I'd have to say This kit seems a little bit skimpy on the marshmallows. If I was making this from scratch, I would probably add a little bit more just to make sure that they weren't going to be dry. So now while the Rice Krispie and marshmallow mixture is still hot, I'm going to need to get it into this cute little popsicle mold. This might be kind of hard for you guys to see since it is clear, but basically I'm just going to pack each section with our mixture and I'm going to press them down in there just to make sure they get that popsicle shape. Now since this mold only makes 2 at a time, I'm going to go ahead and take these out and get started on the rest. Now unfortunately I do have to say these don't come out super easy. Next time I would probably spray the mold with a little bit of nonstick spray first. Now I'm going to go ahead and very carefully add the popsicle sticks in there, trying not to make them fall apart. Next I'm going to take the little frosting packet that came with the kit and I'm going to add just a little bit to the tip of each little popsicle. I'm going to do my best to spread that out a bit and then I'm going to finish these off with a little bit of sprinkles. And check it out you guys, these turned out pretty cute. So now that the treats are done, I'm going to move on to the main course. For Meredith's main course, she requested a classic Reuben sandwich, which like I said, I've never actually made before. So according to my research, a classic Reuben sandwich starts with some rye bread. Now I'd say that rye bread has a very distinct flavor. They often put caraway seeds in there, so it definitely gives it a special flavor. So to build this sandwich, I'm going to start by adding a little bit of mayo to each piece of rye bread. I'll just go ahead and spread that out. And then the next thing I'm going to add is some thinly sliced corned beef. And in a classic Reuben sandwich, they usually pile it on. So I'm going to go ahead and add 4 good slices on here. Then I'm going to top it off with some slices of Swiss cheese. Now I would love to know in the comments down below if you've ever tried a Reuben sandwich or if you're a big fan of them, or maybe if you're not, let me know. And if you make a Reuben sandwich a little bit differently, let me know how you make it. So now I just have a few more things to add to this sandwich. A classic Reuben usually also includes sauerkraut. Sauerkraut is basically a pickled cabbage, so you can tell this sandwich has some pretty bold flavors in it. I'm going to go ahead and just add some of this right on top of the cheese. And then right before I close up this sandwich, I'm also going to add a little bit of mustard. And check it out you guys, this is a pretty hefty sandwich. Before I place this onto the lunch tray, I will go ahead and cut it in half. Check out all those layers. And to make sure these sandwiches don't fall apart, I'm also going to add some food picks right into here. And as you can see, I'm using a lot of pinks and purples for this lunch today because that's what Meredith picked for her theme. Now to go along with this sandwich, I'm also going to be adding in some French fries, and these are actually waffle French fries, which I think are extra fun. While I was putting the sandwich together, I had these in the air fryer, so they're nice and crispy now. And to go along with them, I'm also going to add in a little bit of fry sauce. I'm just going to add a little container of it right on the side, perfect for dipping. Now, so far so good on this lunch, but I also have some fruit and veggies to add. For Meredith's fruit, she requested peaches, so I'm going to go ahead and add some diced peaches right over here. For her vegetables, she requested broccoli, so I have just a few florets in here. And of course, in the middle, I'm going to be adding those Rice Krispie popsicles that we made. Then lastly, to complete this lunch, I'm also going to be adding in a bottle of sweet tea. Next up, I have a lunch idea sent in by Alexandra, and for her lunch today, she's requested some really tasty combinations. For this lunch, I'm going to start by making some chicken nuggets. But this time, I'm going to go ahead and use these chicken nuggets I got at Trader Joe's. These ones are super tasty, and they also happen to be gluten-free. Now because I want these to be nice and crispy, I am going to go ahead and use my air fryer one more time. I'm just going to pop these in here, and they're only going to take about 10 minutes. So now that the chicken nuggets are done, I can go ahead and take them out of the air fryer, but I'm going to be adding in some of these sweet potato fries. Definitely a tasty combination to go with the chicken nuggets, and while those are cooking, I'll prepare the rest of the lunch. To go along with the chicken nuggets, I'm going to add a little bit of ketchup, and it looks like I'm almost out of ketchup. I definitely need to put that on my shopping list. Now moving on to the fruit. For Alexandra's lunch, she requested a combination of apple slices and grapes. So I'm going to go ahead and place those back there. For her vegetables, she also requested broccoli. Broccoli has been really popular this week. And then for her special sweet treat, she requested s'mores. So I thought it'd be really fun to give these a try. These are chocolate stuffed marshmallows. I recently saw these at Walmart and thought they looked really interesting. Before I add them into the lunch, let's open one up so we can see. Well, that's interesting. The chocolate is actually a dry consistency, so it'll be really interesting to see what happens when you actually toast these, whether that chocolate gets soft or not. And then of course, to go along with the chocolate and marshmallow, I'm also going to be adding in some graham cracker because you can't have s'mores without them. So here's the little DIY s'mores kit, and to dress this up a little bit, I'm also going to stick in this little princess crown. Because as you can see, I'm going with a Princess Elena theme today. Alexandra also requested some princess goldfish crackers. Now these really do just taste like regular goldfish crackers. They're just a really fun pink color. So now that our sweet potato fries are done, I'm going to add them in there as well. And I am just loving the way this lunch has turned out. There's just one more thing I want to add. For Alexandra's drink today, she requested apple juice. And to go with our princess theme, I'm going to be adding this apple juice with a Princess Elena topper. And now that brings us to Luna's lunch. Luna is 18 years old and she lives in Japan and the US depending on the time of the year. So when Luna sent in her lunch idea, she did let me know that she is a diabetic. So she requested everything in her lunch today to be low carb. So for Luna's main course, I'm going to be making something that I've never made before. And not just in a lunch, I've never made this before ever. For Luna's main course, she requested some grilled salmon. Now, I would love to know in the comments down below how many of you guys enjoy eating seafood. I got this bag at Walmart, and before I grill this, I do want to add some seasonings. Luna requested a seasoning with citrus and herbs. So I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle some of this lemon pepper herb mix directly onto the salmon. Now I would love to know what you guys use to season up your salmon. Like I said, I don't have a lot of experience with this, so let me know how you like yours. I'm going to go ahead and season the other side as well. And then instead of taking this to my grill outside, I thought I would go ahead and use my panini press. This will definitely get those grill marks on there, and it should be a really fast and easy way to cook this salmon. And would you look at that, you guys? This actually looks pretty good. And I have to say it's not fishy smelling at all. Now honestly, I didn't think I was going to like this salmon, but it's actually smelling pretty good. Now moving on to Luna's vegetable, she requested some fresh broccoli. So I went ahead and cut these up into bite-sized pieces, and I added them to a bowl so they would be easier to eat. To go along with the broccoli, Luna also requested a little drizzle of olive oil, and then I'm going to season this up with a little bit of salt and pepper. Now, so far, this healthy lunch is looking pretty good, but of course, I have a few more things to add. In this corner, I'm going to be adding some unsweetened, freeze-dried fruit. Definitely a tasty snack. And then the next thing that Luna requested for her lunch is a handful of pecans, mixed with some beef jerky. So I'm gonna add this right into here. And then I just have one more space. For Luna's lunch today, she said I could add any dessert as long as it was sugar-free. So when I saw these at Walmart, I thought they looked really interesting. These are sugar-free creme brulee rice pudding cups. Now that actually sounds really good, whether they're sugar-free or not. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this lid and then add it to the lunch. To go with this lunch, I'm also adding in a little spork. The fork side will be perfect for the salmon and the broccoli, and the spoon side is perfect for the rice pudding. Now I'm going to move this lunch over just a bit to make room for the drink. For Luna's drink today, she requested unsweetened tea, so I have a bottle of it right here. But to go with it, she also requested a package of Sweet and Low, which is like a sugar-free sweetener. So I just have a cute little packet right here to go along with it. And there you have it, Luna. There's everything in your lunch today. I hope you love it. Okay guys, let me know in the comments down below, out of all of the lunches I shared with you today, which one is your favorite? Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.